Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. Today we're going to be making an Amish friendship bread starter. It's kind of like sourdough in the way that you treat it. It takes 10 days for it to be able to be made into bread or pancakes or whatever it is that you're wanting to make. But it is a sweeter bread than what sourdough ends up being. And there's a lot of different applications that you can use it for. But it takes a few ingredients and it's something fun to work up. And at the end, you can give away starters to friends, or you can keep the starters and do something with it for yourself. Now, this bread was really popular when I first graduated high school way back in '88. I can remember this recipe going through our church and the different ladies trying to share their starters with each other. And then for whatever reason it fell out of favor, but it's starting to move back in because people are beginning to want to have these things on hand so that they can keep these starters going in their kitchens and being able to have a way to make breads and waffles and biscuits and pancakes and all these different things. This will be something that goes on the counter, and like I said a while ago, for 10 days. We feed it on day 6, and then on day 10 we'll feed it again, and we'll divide it out to give to share with friends and neighbors, or use it for ourselves. And so it comes together real easily. I'm going to put all of the ingredients in a bowl to start with, mix it up, and get it in my container that it's going to live in for 10 days. The first thing that I'm going to put into the bowl is the yeast. Now, if you're using a packet yeast, it's going to be 1 packet. I have bulk yeast, and so if you want equivalent of 1 packet, it's about 2 1/4 teaspoons, and I'm just going to put that right in the bowl. I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of warm water. Now, you don't want hot water, just warm water to put in that. And I'm just going to kind of give that a little mix. Get that going. Now, I use saf yeast, and I keep it in my freezer, and I have really good luck with that, it seems. And so that's what I like to keep on hand, and I get mine from when I go on those trips to the Amish store. That's where I pick mine up, but you can get it at Amazon or any of your stores that sell it at sell the bulk sizes. And this is what I get now. I have it inside a ziplock bag here, but this is the one that I use, and it comes as a hard brick, of course. And then when you open it, it softens. And I don't keep it in the pantry. I keep it in my freezer. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to add is you're going to add 1 cup of flour. One cup of sugar. And 1 cup of milk. And we're going to just stir these together. Now, you don't want to put this in a metal bowl. You don't want to stir it with metal utensils. You want to use a rubber spatula or plastic or wooden spoon, something that is non-reactive. Okay, so we've got it all mixed together, and I'm going to pour it in to this little jar that I've chosen to make it home for the next 10 days. Get that moved out of the way. A lot of people put their starter together and they'll put it in Ziploc bags, and you are welcome to do that. The first time that I ever done Amish friendship bread, I had mine in a Ziploc bag, and the bag will kind of expand and blow up like a big pillow, and you have to make sure that you burp that bag. Okay, just giving you a look inside the jar. It's starting to bubble and look nice, and so now we can put the top on the jar and first put it together like we did on our starter. This is considered day 1, so we're finished with it for today. It's in its little home, and I'm going to cover it with one of those bowl covers that my sister-in-law made for me. You don't want to put, you want to have it covered, but you don't want to put a lid, like a screw-on lid on it. You want it to be able to breathe. And so I'm going to put this on there and let it bubble. Now, days 2 through 5, and I'll put the instructions in the description below. Days 2 through 5, you're simply going to just stir it if you have it in a jar like this, or if you have it in a Ziploc bag, you can just mush the bag, but make sure that you burp it, that you release the gases that are inside of the bag, or you'll have a horrible mess. So then on day 6, we're going to feed it simply by adding a cup of sugar, a cup of flour, and a cup of milk. And then on day 7, 8, and 9, we just simply stir it. And then on day 10, we feed it again. Cup of flour, cup of milk, cup of sugar. And then we're ready to divide it up and share it with our friends and start making recipes with it. And there are other things that we can do with it, and we'll talk about that when the starter is done. And I've got it marked on my calendar for 10 days from now, so that we can make something really tasty, and we can get it packaged up to share with some of our unsuspecting neighbors. Well, guys, until next time, this is Josie, hoping that you're looking well to the ways of your household. I love you. I really do. Until next time, we're gone.